Good morning, Grateful Gang. Lauren here, the Gratitude Addict. And today is a special day. It is my birthday. It is my 53rd birthday today, and I am so far enjoying the morning. I've spent time out in the garden with my coffee, which is my favorite thing to do. And Rob and I are going to head out now to something that we love to do on Saturday mornings when it's nice in the summer, and that is hit up our local farmers market in Easton, Pennsylvania, which is about 15, more like 20 minutes from here. It's something that is run, I think, from like May to November, actually. So we like on a nice day, if we're available, to walk around and get some coffee. There's a mushroom farmer that goes there and sells mushrooms. So since I can't grow mushrooms, or don't grow mushrooms because I don't know why it's too difficult, but they have all sorts of awesome varieties, and mushrooms are next to tomatoes like my favorite vegetable in the entire world. So we are going to head out and gratefully live my chronic life on my birthday, so join me. All right, we are off to the farmer's market. We got held up a little bit because the kids called, so we got to have a conference call with them. So we are heading off in our toy fun car to the farmer's market. We're hoping to get mushrooms, but it's kind of late. The farmer's market closes at 1. It's already 11:30. Usually when we get there, Rob always teases me, but I kind of clear them out of their mushrooms. So I'd love to get some mushrooms and make a mushroom risotto for dinner, which I'm sure many of you would think, for your birthday, you should go out. Rob is trying to get me to go out. And I love to cook. I'm quite happy cooking. I love cooking, home fresh produce and all that. So we will see. We also have old friends stopping by. They're visiting. They live in Massachusetts. Our friend Abigail and her fiance Mo are going to stop by this afternoon. And then we're going to maybe play in the dirt in the garden a little bit. So it's a beautiful day, and we'll see. Head to the farmer's market and see what they still have with tomatoes. Happy birthday to me. Not tomatoes, mushrooms. We've got plenty of tomatoes at home. What we do not have is mushrooms, so we're going to see what they have for mushrooms. Sometimes they've got chanterelles, which is a favorite you can never find in the stores. But like I said, it's kind of late. I bet they don't have them now. We shall see. Not tomatoes, mushrooms. I wanted to come back on and show you guys. We're about to pass what is my favorite view where we live. Let's see if I can get it. All right, we are here in Easton, PA. We're heading to the farmer's market, hoping to get some mushrooms, but we shall see. I'm in a little bit of a panic that they're not going to have any left. Do I not normally clean them out?
Every time.
Every time. I say, I'll take whatever you have left, because we usually get here pretty late, but we'll see. Oh, beef. Sorry, the wasp landed on me. But it is a gorgeous day, absolute gorgeous day. So I'll keep you posted if we get mushrooms. Where are we going? Crossing? All right, we're crossing. Bye. We got mushrooms. We were late, so they only had shiitake and king oyster, but it's enough. And I didn't clean them out this time. So we got mushrooms. Now be on the hunt for honey and sourdough bread. Stay tuned. We passed right by the sourdough place. It's right here, and there's a sign that says everything we have is sourdough, and every time I'm here, I say, is that sourdough, is that sourdough, even though the sign, all of our bread is sourdough, right there. And then I pick something like that and I say, is that sourdough? This time I'm not going to do that. We got a ciabatta, it looks awesome, so we'll have that with the mushroom risotto for dinner. Maybe, we'll see. It's awesome. We are making a quick bathroom stop, and we're down at the river here. I'm waiting for Rob to come out. Let me show you. Beautiful downtown Easton, Pennsylvania. It's just gorgeous. Let me show you. This is, I don't even know what river it is. I think it's the Delaware, actually. The Delaware River. And this farmer's market is located right on the riverfront, and there's a beautiful waterfall. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from here. Yeah, a little bit. Down there. The day is perfect. It's not too hot. There's a breeze. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Really nice to be outside enjoying the sun with my hubby. We did just find local raw honey, and the proprietor of this booth was called, I think it's called Funny Farm. And it was different kinds of honey. There was light, medium, and dark. And he was explaining to us that the difference between the light, medium, and dark were what these bees pollinate on. And he said the light was, I think, dandelion. I forget some of the other things he was listing. The medium was marigold or something. And we ended up with the dark because, well, he gave us a taste. And the dark was very full and rich. And I forget, do you remember what flowers the dark was on? No. Neither one of us knew there was a difference, but, you know, on the honeys of what you get when the bees pollinate. So it's super interesting. So I've got some dark honey. It was delicious. So we'll have to put that in future recipes. I made last night. The reason why I needed honey is I made a basil tea with we have basil that has gone to seed, and a lot of it, and I'm planting new stuff. So I follow Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm on YouTube, and she had posted a recipe for this basil tea. And you take a whole bunch of basil, you put it in a 2-gallon jug, pour boiling water over it, let it steep, and then you add lemon juice and honey, and it creates this tea. And I'm not even a tea fan, but it is delicious. So that's why I'm out of honey, and thought since we're going to the farmer's market, we will get more for future tea. So I guess we're done here. We've kind of looked at all the produce place and mocked their tomatoes. I think we're done. We'll see what's next. All right, it's coming up. We'll see if we can see past. I really should have a selfie stick. One of the many things I am grateful for in getting to live in this area are just the beauty of it. I know I've talked about my love of New Jersey summer produce a lot. Rob and I love our Jersey summer produce. Last night I went to the farm stand. I got 24 ears of corn. There are 2 people living in our house. I got 24 ears of corn. I boil it. I cut it off the cob. When corn season is ending around here, I go crazy and buy many dozens, cut it off the cob, and freeze it to use in the winter. It is that good, the white corn from our farm stand. So, and I've also shared before, we have a lot of hot air balloons that go up around here. It's just so gorgeous, and I feel so grateful to be able to live here in rural New Jersey. And this is my house. We have been here. It used to be a ranch years ago, and Rob built it. Spent 7 years designing it and building it. We love it here. Nice backyard where our gardens are and stuff too. Here we go in the garage. We're home. See you later. Hey there, gang. Well, it has been a couple of hours. We had a stop-by visit from our friend Abigail Auger and her fiance Mo. So we were visiting with them for a while, and now we're out here. Rob's hooking up. He got me a nice hose for my birthday as one of my gifts. We have this hose that kinks up all the time. So when you're a gardening aficionado like me and him, a kinky hose is not great. So he's hooking up my new hose. And I am out here. I'm going to, this is my basil bed, and it's all kind of gone to seed. So I am going to clear all this out. I have other new basil growing elsewhere, and I think I'm going to put in, I have all these fall starts here. Let me show you my fall starts. So over here I have things like chard, and back here I've got kale. These are all things that are cool weather crops that grow better in the fall. So I've started them a bit early, and I am going to use, I've got these planters here on the deck. I'm going to put some in. And what else do I have? I've got cauliflower, broccoli rabe. There's more purple basil. So I've got all these things that I've started. I've cleaned out our green stalk. This had some lettuces and things that are no longer good. So I've got some open space in there that I am going to add some of these fall starts. I've also got bok choy and all sorts of other cool greens and some more micro tomatoes and things. So that is what I am going to spend the next couple hours doing. This is over here. This is Castel, what is it? Forenchless lettuce. It's got these pretty purple spots on it. And this is, ooh, these are, gosh, these are the spotted lanternflies, which I can't stand. And they're just infested, I know, all over the country right now. They came from Asia several years back, but they are everywhere. They're not doing too much damage to my plants. They do like my eggplant plant. They're just ugly and they keep getting bigger and bigger. And this is Radicchio, which is another lettuce. Ooh, it is hot out there, like I said, so I am inside, and I mentioned when I was at the farmer's market that I made this basil tea with some leftover basil. It's a recipe I found from a YouTuber I follow, Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm, and it was a way to use leftover basil. So I was taking out that basil plant in the cart, or plants, I should say, many basil plants, and it was killing me to not use them. You know, I make pesto, I do all sorts of things, but I had an overabundance. So it was like tons of basil, pour hot boiling water over it, let it steep. It said 20 to 30 minutes, and it said the longer you let it steep, the longer the basil flavor. I did it late-ish last night and went to bed, so it stayed overnight. Drain the basil out, add lemon juice and honey, and oh my gosh, it is so good and refreshing, really refreshing, great for a hot day. I will link the recipe in the show notes, but if you Google Basil Tea, Roots and Refuge Farm, you will find it. Delish, I'll be making this again. Good morning, Grateful Gang. It is the next day, it's the next morning, and I kind of finished videotaping after that last one. I kind of just, the sun got to me and we kind of just crashed, basically. Well, we went in from gardening. We harvested a bunch of tomatoes. In fact, I will put a picture, you know, after this showing all of our tomatoes, which is, it's kind of insanity. Yeah, and then we made dinner. Rob and I made a really nice dinner, which I will post a picture of what we made. It was like, it's a tomato pizza, basically, but we use phyllo dough, layers of phyllo dough, vegan butter, nutritional yeast, and then a layer of tomatoes on top. It's a delicious recipe. In fact, I will share the recipe. How will I do that? I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah, I'll put the recipe in the show notes because it's really delicious. So we made that dinner. We ate. We watched. We love this show on Apple TV called For All Mankind, which is based. It's about space, but it changes what happened in reality with the Russians going to the moon first back in the 60s. We love that show, so we watched that. And then I went to bed. So that was my 53rd birthday. It was really special, spending time with Rob, talking to my kids, all the notes from you guys, my parents, my family. It was really, really nice. So I just wanted to end up this video, and while I stopped videotaping last night, I just wanted to share with you what a special day it was and how grateful I am to have such wonderful people in my lives. My husband and I, we go back to high school. Actually, I'm not sure if I shared that, but we've been together since my junior year in high school. So we go back a long way, and I feel so grateful that we're still in love and that we love spending time together. Oh, there's something else funny that happened. So we've been battling pests in our garden from the bug kind, which is eating, these cabbage worms are eating our Brussels sprouts, but I found an organic spray of BT that helps that, and so it helped that. But we had something else that is eating our beans, our green beans, and also we found some evidence on my cauliflower plants, and also in tomatoes. We found a tomato in the ground garden that was eaten, but also like the type of tomato it was, we found it like two plants down from where it is planted. So it can't be a bird because a bird can't carry the tomato. It's got to be something that can get through the fence. Anyway, we've been wondering what the heck it is. So Rob set up these cameras. We have these Blink cameras that we haven't set up in the house yet. He set up these cameras, and wouldn't you know, we found, it must have been like 15 minutes after we came in, something showed up on the video. I wonder if I can put the video in here. I think I may be able to. If I can, I'll share it because it's really funny. We found this pest and we don't know what it is. Kind of looks like a squirrel, kind of looks like a groundhog. It looks a little too fluffy to be a groundhog. We don't know what it is. We're trying to figure out what it is, but it was right where our cauliflower plants are. So I swear he must be living under our deck and just came out when we came in. So while we're frustrated that this thing is eating our plants, it's kind of funny. We feel like Bill Murray in Caddyshack, who's battling the groundhog. So we don't know, we don't want to hurt this thing. We just want to make sure that it's not, eating our food and our hard work. So anyway, that was my day. Thank you. Today I am obviously crashing this morning, which is what I normally do with my cup of coffee and my gratitude mug. I'm gonna go out to the garden in a bit. I'm sitting here with Rory, my faithful friend. Rory, say hello. There she is, my girl. I love her. And then today I am off to a bridal shower. Rob's aunt's son, Gregory, is getting married to a wonderful girl we know, Megan, who's basically part of the family already. So I have to travel about an hour to get to the shower, and we'll be enjoying the day with our family members and celebrating their upcoming nuptials, which is in October. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, gang. Peace and love. Get your gratitude on.